Hello and welcome. This is A Dark Interlude, number 5, the fifth book in the series. This is actually the sequel series to Fearscape, which I liked a lot. Very high concept. Oh, let me get this pin out of the way. Sorry. Very high concept, playing with the idea of where stories come from, what stories are. It's very metatextual, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Sorry if suddenly the sun busts out and the picture gets all weird or something, man. We're having crazy weather up here today, and just have to live with it. Gotta live with it. This came out this week. Has a different artist. I don't know exactly when Kowalski took over from Andrea Moody as the artist on these stories. I saw an article last night that was dated in January. But this series, this book, hasn't this been running for 2 years, and we made it to issue 5 finally? That's kind of what it feels like. We started this back in 2020, and we're just now finishing it. If I'm honest, I pretty much forgot about this book until it suddenly showed up in my box yesterday. So that's kind of where I am with A Dark Interlude. Now, the story is pretty dramatic. We start off with the Fearscape being wiped out because of the Bard and the stuff that happened in the previous issue. So all the Fearscape characters, Trark and all them, all the archetypical beings, are all going away. Hero with 1,000 Faces going away. And that's just a consequence of what the Bard did. What did the Bard do? Hold on. Me. That's right. Hamlet 2. And this whole book, in fact, I think this whole story arc has basically been a commentary. In fact, I think we can just go with the whole series, has been a commentary on how people have been telling variations of the same story over and over for thousands of years. This one makes it very explicit because the Bard wrote Hamlet 2, and this is literally the Bard, this is literally Shakespeare, wrote Hamlet 2. And he's releasing it to try to stop that so that people will come up with new, different stories. And ultimately, kind of fails. Meanwhile, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Henry is alive, only it's not actually Henry. She goes crazy when she realizes what's going on. She gets a gun from her henchman and just starts blasting. This is Henry's mentor's sister, right? Yeah, sister. Here's publishers. Uh, I forget the name of the company, but they're the ones that publish Henry's books. Published what's his face's books? Arthur, I think his name was Arthur. And she's getting them to write sequels and stuff under the Bard's influence. You got Hamlet 2. Boom, there it is. But you've also got Henry's sequel to Terraforming 2. And the whole thing was about trying to undo things by giving. No, that's the wrong word. Not by giving. By resolving sequelitis. By creating a sequel so bad, people wouldn't want to continue making sequels. That's the idea of the scheme here. And whether it worked or not, I'm not really going to get into. But we got a lot of unearned dramatic stuff, which goes along with the commentary. Gosh, where is that? Dang it. I'm never going to find it. There's too many things in this book. Ah, it's right here. Page 3. So the Henry character, you were cremated. And he's like, I dug myself out of my grave over the course of 3 days. The plan was solid, though you know how it goes with genre stories. In this one, someone dies. They can't get enough of it. Made it easier to write, too. No need to create genuine drama or characters, just endless bombast, forever shining. So they're commenting about the things that are happening in the book before or as they're happening. It's all very clever and it's very slick and it's very much kind of in the 90s Vertigo vein. And I really do appreciate that. This issue wraps up this particular story arc, but apparently there's going to be more stuff. We got all kinds of things happening here. People reading Hamlet 2, back in the Fearscape, they're going to recreate it in a new image. And it's all very high-minded and talks about what's going to go on there. And there's some interesting commentary on that stuff too. It's very clever, and I'm doing a really bad job of explaining this to you. If you want something that feels kind of like a 90s Vertigo book, you should pick up both of these series. Here we go. Fearscape and A Dark Interlude. Looks like they're going to have trade paperbacks coming out, and I highly do recommend pick this up. I like this. The book knows exactly what it is. A loathsome sequel of sorts. It's not really a sequel, it's a continuation, if that makes any sense. Because a sequel has certain connotations, like you should expect more of the same. And while there is some of that more of the same to this, it's also very different. It's like going and getting ice cream, and one day you get vanilla, and the next time you go, you get pistachio. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, sure, they're both ice cream, but they're very different experiences. In this case, I think it's somehow the same experience from different directions, if that makes any lick of sense. And I don't think it does. But I really liked A Dark Interlude. I wish it hadn't taken so long to come out because I had to remember what had happened between issues, which kind of slowed down the enjoyment of the book. That's my main complaint is it took so dang long to get these out. Otherwise, I had a blast. It's very clever, very smart. Makes you feel smart when you get it. If you get it. If you don't get it, you probably think the book is dumb, and that's okay. You're entitled to think that. Anyway, you all have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Remember to ring that bell to keep the Eldritch Horrors at bay. And until next time, bye-bye.